and then I've got to pull forward a bit, and then I've got to reverse back and try and get a towed seeder to behave itself. Okay, once again this one, off you go worker, because I can't tell what you're doing. Okay, so we are going to have to run this thing along the bottom edge and along the top edge, and we're going to have to come back and see how we did. Next field we got to do is this one, because that has all kinds of wild and wicked partial growth on it. 25 is ready to harvest. I've got to buy a potato harvester, which didn't want to have to do that until I had crops available. I was hoping this would be a high value crop, and it's not going to be. Let's jump over here. You haven't finished, have you? However, it's easier to see the crop, the weedy things at this end of the field. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, the herbicide I reckon would probably be being washed away by the weather. Oh, let's wait for him to do his thing. And the thing is you know, taking out the hedgerows is going to get in the way of making money. So that's kind of why it's delayed. It's going to be controlled effectively. Okay, so that's all of the weeds at the top side. We've just got to do along the bottom now. And also, that, you know, the size of equipment that I do have on the farm. If I started making 23-acre fields, I'm going to need larger equipment, and frankly, I can't afford it right this minute. Okay, that should. We missed a little bit. Over by the entrance. Oh, I'll go around you. So somewhere around here there's some weeds, and die. Got him. Okay, so up to 21. Seven, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, and 1. What am I looking at? So yeah, I'm not at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You turned into corn. 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14. 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I'm thinking adding 10 in there too. But yes, eventually this lot will all probably become one field. But right this minute, because of the fields I owned, these three, I'll be joining that up across there and across there and doing something here. I'd like to make it as straight as possible. But that will be one big field. That'll be my first big field. I'm considering putting a pathway through the middle of 10 and joining 9 and the top half of 10 together, and then 13 and the bottom half of 10 and 12 all together, and leaving a split here so that I can at least say, well, there's one crop field, there's another crop field, there's another crop field, and there's another one there. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I don't know what to do to 11. 11 should be joined up with this side really, but I don't own any of those yet. Sheep pastures in 10. At the moment I'm not doing any animals, but I am bringing in a wide variety of crops. So here you'll see I've taken out the fence, which gives me a little bit more space to do stuff, and I don't have to drive all the way down to the road to work this field. Turn that way, we'll turn that way. Okay, you're all set. Off you go. Let's go find the other dude, because he seems to be having some problems with this field again. So if we back into the corner, run straight down that edge, straight along the bottom and straight up that edge, and then we'll see how we're doing. Of course, fertilizer probably shouldn't work in this weather either. It's one of the reasons I do like seasons, because you can plan ahead. They don't have 16 hours between growth stages. Okay, well, we managed to hit that off. And if the weather report says it's going to rain tomorrow, I can run around and do stuff. It's, yeah, things are predictable. I guess you can still end up with a bad day of weeds right as your crop is ripening. But you can be extra vigilant for that. Okay, that should be done. That's close enough. Yeah, I kind of hadn't decided to do animals yet. In fact, if I was going to do animals, I was thinking about pigs. Because after this stage, When we bring in field 9, I will have potatoes. And frankly, I don't usually do potatoes. Okay. But I'll have a good supply of everything, and I could probably concentrate in on doing some pigs and potentially get the pig breeding thing out of the way. Oh, you're way down there. Okay. I think I missed the top. Yeah. Keep going. But if I get some piggies on this one, I'm thinking, normally I do Old Stream Farm, I'll do sheep. And after some planning, I'll do cows. Yeah, lots of rain. Where are you off to? Okay. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'll run over to the top here, run down the left end. Oh, quick. Race you. I win. Oh, into the boom, and off we go. Okay. So what does that look like now? Of course I can't tell where we've been and where we haven't been. We need to back up a bit further. What's the other guy doing? Oh, he just sat there. Okay. Helper J has completed their task. You are lying. Okay, so 13 is not at the final stage of growth. So from now onwards, we're not in a super hurry to fix everything. We need to do 26, 27 and 13. Then I think we can start worrying about harvesting stuff. Okay. So, what are you doing? Let's see. Wow, you did one pass. Good job. What are you waiting for? Christmas? Signed invite from Santa, maybe. There we go. But yeah, I think as far as this field is concerned, let me get out of your way, dude. We have a solid row of hedgework here, and then trees to the north. So I'm inclined to not worry about... I don't need a road up here. So long as we have a road down here, pretty much up to about here, we can access all those fields. There we go. Okay, that's kind of working. You finished working? Nope, you're going to turn around. Well done, that guy. And you're not quite going to do it in one more pass, thank you. Then we've got a pathway there, so that means I really can't join 26 over to 27 because that's a thoroughfare and I'm probably going to need it sometime. Oh, help us, he's finished. Dude. And Prize finished. Oh, we're down to the front tank now. I think we've only got 2 more fields to do now. And what's going on with the stream? Is the stream freezing up for anybody else, or is it just me? Broadcast wise, it's still working. Ah, okay. Well, that was unplanned and a problem. Yeah, great. The other tractor doing? He's finished. Are we sure? Oh, he's finished. Okay. Banzai. Ah. Managed to extricate myself from that. It was free. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? There we go, we're off. Yay. Okay. So, if we do that, and we'll get this one done. You seem to have crashed, dude. Yeah. Okay. That's a little bit of a major overlap, but we will be fine with that. So, field 25, I believe, is ready to harvest and is canola. Okay. Canola. I don't need that on the front. Oh, I can't. Nah, it's raining. You can't do anything while it's raining. Ah. So he's doing his thing. He's doing this thing. I'll take over because I can see the flowers, what I need to kill. I can't see the ground where I've driven. For the fertilization stuff. Did you really finish? No, you didn't. You just failed to turn around at the top end of that field. And opening 21, 25 and 26 should mean that I can do an east-west run rather than a north-south. So we won't have problems running into that hedgerow. Okay, you go there. And we'll jump to this guy who failed to make the turn. Potentially. That's good. Keep doing that. Spray it on. Kill the flowers. Not the yellow flowers, just the white ones and the pink ones. Hey Chappy Chapman, how you doing? We are killing weeds. We are really pissed off because the weeds grew 2 stages overnight and 2 fields went to ready to harvest. So I now have 2 ready to harvest fields with weeds in, which does not make me a happy person. I think drives people to turning weeds off because they're a pain in the butt. Yeah, I had to do that as well because we're probably about the same age. I do remember one time walking to school in the snow and a kid on the other side of the road threw a snowball at me. I dodged it, didn't fall over, he turned back and fell over the front yard wall behind him. He got covered in snow. I thought, well, it was immensely amusing. Okay. We're looking good to... We will do all of the fields we are allowed to do with a full tank of full tank of herbicide. We'll probably have a tiny little bit left over. Oh, still picked the wrong one. Okay, so field 26 should be double fertilized and weed free. So we can now run over to 27. Well, to be fair, at the time I had been training in martial arts, so keeping my footing and dodging flying snowballs was something that I was fairly adept at that time. Now, not so good, but I'm a lot older and my joints don't bend in the ways they used to. Okay, where are we here? Is the engine on? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll have to see. At the moment I'm shuffling around my streams. Old Stream Farm is definitely going to be Tuesdays and is definitely a single player farm. I'm considering moving this one to Wednesdays and making Wednesday night a farm sim night as well. Then Friday will either be multiplayer with Arthur or something else, and I'm not sure what the something else will be. But I'd kind of like, the reason I move Mercury to Wednesdays is at least then it gets a fair showing, because at the moment, sometimes we'll play it, sometimes we won't. But I have been looking at some other maps which could be run as multiplayer, although I don't really want to mess with the same knights that Arthur's multiplayering as well. It's kind of a challenge. I don't get a lot of Twitch views for World of Warships, but I do dump all of my streams over to YouTube the following day, and I get a lot more views on World of Warships on YouTube than I get on Twitch, than I get of anything else. So it's kind of a challenge, what I'm doing here. And I did have plans for the beginning of March to run 2 streams a night, a sort of a short one before lunch or before supper, and then a longer one after. And unfortunately that got blown out the water when we picked up a pair of foster kids, and so they don't go to bed till 8 o'clock, and then I'm streaming from 8 o'clock onwards. And around about this time of day I'm getting to the point where I'm getting tired. Now there will be Lawfolds in the morning tomorrow. I'm not sure where I'm up to on that one. I think we were doing a soybean harvest. I'm not sure if I finished it or whether we're about halfway through. But we're trying to do it between rainstorms. We've also got corn to pull in from the fields, although the plan is to forage that. And then what are we doing after that? Oh, I've got to harvest at least a little bit of corn. Probably 3 full harvester loads, just so that I've got enough corn to feed the pigs for the next year. Although I do plan on selling some pigs midwinter, because that's when people like bacon. Actually, they probably like ham for Christmas dinner, but yeah, that's a thing there. And then we've got the final cut of grass to do on the last day of fall, which I might do a little bit of hay for the cows. Maybe not all of it, maybe just a couple of dozen bales, and then everything else will be silage in preparation of restocking the digestate tank up in the BGA, because we're going to be chewing through that very shortly as well. I think Warships is generally easy to play. It's just getting to grips with how it works can be complicated. I came into World of Warships from World of Tanks, and I played World of Tanks very badly because I'm old and slow. And I play World of Warships a lot better because I'm old and slow, and it doesn't matter if you're old and slow for warships, especially not in battleships where, oh, fire a gun, okay, have a cup of coffee, have a few cookies, oh, the guns are reloaded, okay, shoot again. It's a very slow, sedate pace, except when a destroyer's charging at you, at which point it gets quite hairy, because it's going to be 30 seconds before I can shoot him again, and he's going to be launching torpedoes any minute. But I think the thing with those sorts of games is they tend to settle in round about tier 8. tiers 1, 2 and 3, you're kind of almost game mechanic type vessels. Okay, we are done with the herbiciding. And it's pretty much, well, people have cruisers, people have battleships, people have destroyers, and they all work very much the same. Destroyers have small guns, battleships have big guns, cruisers have middle-sized guns. Destroyers have torpedoes, but you can't stealth torp with them. You know, people are going to see you coming and be able to react to your torpedoes. And around about what's it, tier 5, you start getting ships to have their national flavour, if you like. So your Japanese destroyers get very stealthy. So much so that you can drive out there and launch torpedoes, and you can go the entire game not being spotted and just launching torpedoes at people. Okay, we will put this lot. We've got a little container over in the hedge over there, so we'll... Okay, that didn't work. Probably got the wrong thing selected. There we go. Yeah. And I'll drive around that and I'll push that in the hedge over there too. Okay, we'll drop this in here. Go. Keep going backwards. That's a good plan. So, that's that bit done. And we'll pull this into here and probably drop this one off. Oops, too close. I think we'll change the wheels. Squeak. Customize, not those, just the straight white tires. We're good. Okay. How much does a topper cost? That's 10,000, that's 150. That's a pain in the butt. We're not getting that. So we could get that. I'll leave it for now. Oh. Start the engine up. Let's put this thing back in the shed. Okay. Windshield wipers do turn off when you stop the engine. That's cool. Okay, so somewhere over here is my poor little fertilizing tractor. How'd you get on, dude? Whee! So, that field's done, a couple of bits missed at the top, but frankly not an issue. I missed a couple of weeds there. Moved a little bit there. We're kind of okay. Let's take this over. Is it me or is the rain getting worse? Drive over to 13. Kind of cool with all the thundering. So once we've fertilized this field, I think we're done with the narrow tires for a while. And we'll set this one off on our worker again, just because it's easier for him than it is for me. Okay, yes, see, Norfolk's tomorrow morning. Okay, you take care, Scorch. What have I got to do? Tomorrow afternoon we've got a birthday party one of the girls has been invited to, so we'll be going to that. Sometime over the weekend we are going to have to clean out the kitchen cabinets because the work there is going very well. Okay, you take care too, chappy. I'm going to be calling it soon anyway. I think once this field's done. We'll put the tractors up and wait out the storm, because there's absolutely nothing I can do until the weather clears up. Yeah, so weekend has a lot of chores to do, so I may not be doing any surprise streams. Monday night we'll be back on Warships. Actually, Monday night might be late because the functional side of the kitchen where all the food's prepared is going to be demolished. And so we're not going to have anywhere to prepare food. So we're going to have to go out Monday night to eat. And potentially the same on Tuesday. So streams those 2 days will possibly be late and shorter than normal. I expect Wednesday to be back to normal. And as I said, I'm looking to probably move Mercury Farms to Wednesday. Thursday this week should be back to ATS. Actually, Arthur won't be around this week, so there won't be much in the way of multi-streaming this week and the following week, I believe. He's over in the UK for 2 weeks. So I'll have to come up with a plan for Friday next week. Maybe I keep Mercury to Friday next week and look for something else for Wednesday. It's so confusing sometimes. So this is going okay. The bits in the middle here is going to have to be limed anyway, so I might lime everything. I have to check over here, see if I can extend that way, or whether I should roll that in.
Huh?
I thought you went to bed.
Yeah, almost.
So we'll see. Oh, goodness me. What is the time? It is, it is 11, gone 11 o'clock, so yes, we'll finish off this field and call it a night. I have to take out £150,000 loan for the potato harvesting stuff. Ooh, goodness me. Okay, how are you doing? You're not going to reverse, okay. Let's do that for you then, since you can't seem to find the reverse. Okay, 596 litres of solid fertiliser. Let's see how that spreads. If this is close enough, we'll be done. Actually, that's pretty good. So we will mosey on over to the farmyard. Oops. Ouch. Okay, we will unload this pallet. Stick that over there too. Oh, too close. So we'll push this over by the others. Put this by the culti-plough. Do I not have any other weights? If I do, where did I hide them? I only have one weight. 1800 litre. 1800 whatever it is. Okay, since we don't have any more weights, I think I will drop this by the workshop. Squeak. Oops. There we go. We'll back up round here. Whatever passes for regular tyres. Actually fix the tractor and then customize it. Okay, so 150 horsepower, narrow tyres. That's gonna cost me too much. Standard. Twin wheels costs too much. Rear narrow twin wheels. Oh, there you go. That doesn't cost me anything. Rear twin wheels costs me loads. So it looks like I went standards for this one. That's fine. Doesn't look like weights is much of an option for this vehicle. So we are done for the day. Well, at least until it stops raining and the ground dries out, and we can go and pull whatever it was crop that's sitting up on 25. I believe it was canola. Oh, loads of space. There we go. So that's our job done for the day, and still looks like a bad weather day. Time for some cocoa. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow with Law Folds, as I said earlier. In the meantime, have a good weekend. I'll catch you around.